Good morning, students. In today's lesson, The Adventure, written by Jayant Narlikar, we are going to talk about a professor named Gaitonde, who was a historian and who was going to Bombay. But on his way to Bombay from Pune, his car collided with a truck, and the accident made Professor Gaitonde go into a coma. When he met with the accident, he was thinking of the catastrophe theory and its implication on the Battle of Panipat. And those thoughts passed over to his mind in the parallel world. Now, children, if you have your text, here we have some expressions which are given in the text, and those expressions which are given in the textbook at the end of the lesson, we will be I'll be explaining to you all those expressions. Okay, children. Now, the reality of history was that the Marathas had lost the third battle of Panipat to the Afghan ruler named Ahmad Shah Abdali. And however, in the parallel world, Professor Gaitonde, he became Gangadhar Pant in the different time dimensions. That means in his stage of coma, this Professor Gaitonde, he became Gangadhar Pant in the different time dimensions. He is travelling by train from Pune to Bombay with a co-passenger Khan Sahib, who is on his way to Peshawar. He asked him how he would reach Peshawar. He finds the stations manned by Anglo-Indian officers and the Union Jack. He also sees that the blue railway carriages of the suburban rail traffic had GBMR painted on each. It meant Greater Bombay Metropolitan Railway, GBMR, that is Greater Bombay Metropolitan Railway. The Victoria Terminus station was clean. There were Parsis, Anglo-Indians and British officers. Now he got down and he saw a building. It was the headquarters of the East India Company. He walked along Hornby Street and then he entered the Forbes building and told the English receptionist that he wished to meet Mr. Vinay Gaitonde. She searched through the telephone list and the directory of employees and said that no one by that name was there. There was a great blow because it could mean that he was not alive. However, he went to the library of the Asiatic Society and read 5 volumes of history. In the 5th volume, the Marathas win the third battle of Panipat as Vishwas Rao narrowly escapes the bullet. And the Marathas win under the leadership of Sadashiv Rao Bhau. Sadashiv Rao Bhau and his nephew, the young Vishwas Rao. He felt the writing was his as a historian, but he felt that he was himself reading it for the first time. Now the battle made the Marathas supreme in northern India, and the East India Company didn't meddle with them to expand their power. And Bhau Sahib was succeeded by Vishwas Rao, and Dada Sahib was retired from the state politics. So Vishwas Rao and his brother Madhav Rao, they expanded their influence all over India. And the East India Company had to be satisfied with Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. Now the Peshwas, they kept the puppet Mughal regime alive in Delhi and set up their own centers for science and technology and accepted the East India Company's expertise to make local centers self-sufficient. And in the 20th century, India moved towards democracy. The Sultanate of Delhi survived the transition, and Gangadhar Pant was happy to know that India was getting out of the slavery of the white man and learning to stand on its feet with self-respect. And the British would have lease of Bombay up to 2001 as per the Treaty of 1908. He was still interested in finding out how the Marathas won the Battle of Panipat. It was the Bhau Sahib Bakhar which could hold some idea. He read about how Vishwas Rao had a close shave with a bullet but was saved. The librarian informed him that it was time to close the library as it was 8 p.m. Gangadhar Pant got up by mistake. The Bakhar slipped into his left pocket. Now, after his dinner, he was strolling towards Azad Maidan where there was a pandal, where a lecture was going on with the audience present, but on the stage the presidential chair was unoccupied. So Gangadhar Pant was attracted to presiding meetings, went to occupy that chair without any invitation. And the people warned him to remain away from the platform and told him that the chair was only symbolic. But he took the mic and started speaking. The people targeted him with tomatoes, eggs, and other objects. He was found unconscious the next morning at Azad Maidan. Now, Professor Gaitonde went to his friend Rajendra Deshpande and told him about his dilemma. Rajendra uses two scientific theories to explain what Professor Gaitonde alias Gangadhar Pant had gone through from 2 days when he was in coma. Firstly, according to the catastrophe theory, even a small change in one's circumstances can bring out a sudden shift in one's behavior. In the third battle of Panipat, the Maratha and Abdali troops didn't have much disparity in their troops. But at the crucial moment, the Marathas lost both their leaders, Sadashivrao Bhau and Vishwasrao. So they lost all their morals and even the battle. However, in the parallel world, the professor read that the bullet missed Vishwasrao slightly and then saved his life, and this boosted the morale of the Marathas and they actually won the battle. Similar statements are made about the Battle of Waterloo, which Napoleon could have won. The professor said that the idea of what might have been is only for the speculation, but it has no reality. Rajendra told the professor that he didn't agree with him on that count, as reality was something we experienced with our senses, directly or indirectly through instruments. Reality may not be unique on very small systems of atoms and their constituent particles. Physicists have discovered something startling, that while dealing with the small systems, the behavior of the atoms and their particles cannot be predicted definitely, even if all the physical laws governing them are known. The lack of determinism in quantum theory is present in them. If we fire a bullet from a gun, we know that the direction it will go, but if we fire an electron, we can never be sure where it will go. In the same way, the electrons found here are not there in another location. When there are more electrons, then there is possibility of more alternative existence of different worlds at the same time. The electrons could move from a state of higher energy to a lower energy, or vice versa. If this can happen at a microscopic level, then it can happen on a large scale at a macroscopic level also. This was why the professor moved from one world to another and back again. There can be many viable alternatives, but the observer can experience only one of them at a time. The professor experienced two worlds, but not at the same time. One world he experienced where he was living at present, and the other where he spent the 2 days after the accident. He neither travelled to the past nor the future, but living in the present, he experienced a parallel world in the state of coma. So when he was in coma, he experienced a parallel world. He had not gone into his past, but he felt that he was in the past fighting the battle. Now children, here we have some expressions in the text. Let us just follow it, okay, we'll understand it. Blow by blow account, that is a detailed description. Then next we have a moral booster, that means anything that motivates or raises one's confidence. Then third one, is relegated to, move to a lower rank. Next one is political acumen, political cleverness with quick decision making ability and keen insight. Then we have de facto, that is something existing in fact or reality, whether lawfully or not. Then astute, that means ability to assess and make practical and accurate decisions. Doctored accounts, manipulated or tempered documents. And last, gave vent to, means convey one's feelings openly. So I hope this is clear to you. So here we end with this session. Goodbye.